here on this planet because there's a good chance that their mom wasn't even in the mood. Okay, and it's because your dad's persistence that you're here.
More than that. More than that.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Dre Moore. I got my guy, Lou Mobley, here with me.
What's the deal, baby?
And 30 for 30 Ern in the building as always.
What's up, man?
We want to welcome y'all to a very special episode today. Episode 100.
A beanski.
Yeah, Bean.
Congratulations, fellas.
Thanks, really.
On that episode of hard work.
Seemed like yesterday.
How it feel?
No, I've been anticipating this episode for a minute. I know we've been counting down. We've been counting down since we got to like 93, 94. But I remember the one day I called Dre. I said, Dre, I'm going to go back and edit all of the episodes and put the numbers on the episodes because you couldn't see that for a long time. So I recently went back and did it, right? So I was doing it. I called Dre like, yo, I think I'm at like 52, bro.
He was doing it for hours.
I was doing it for hours.
He was doing it for hours. He like, yo, this is so tedious. I said, bro, we walking down 100 episodes. You got to go back. It ain't like a one button thing. You got to go back and edit the title of each episode one by one.
Yeah.
So when he got to like 50 something, he like, man, I think I bit off more than I could.
Bro, we would have started right here. The number would have started wherever I was at. That I started, the number would have started right there.
But you know what's cool about it is having the numbers, just random podcast stuff, but like people are able to reference, like, you know, like on episode 99, Dre, you was tripping when you said you did this.
Thanks.
And people have been able to do that. So I think we were just missing that ability.
Right. It was just titles. You could only pull up a title. You ain't really have a number.
True.
It's mad fun. Yo, it was hilarious. I'm like, bro, you know it's like 100 of them though, right? Like, of course it's going to take a long time.
Bro, I was like, I've been doing this for a long time, bro. It's taking up my Saturday.
Yeah, it's mad funny. We made it though. I noticed when I got in there, it was like, oh, we had 99. He was up to date.
Yeah. I mean, I just started and stopped a lot in one day and finally got it done. So if you was just trying to go through our catalog, you was seeing it update in real time.
Yeah, going crazy. That's a fact. Now, Lou called me the other morning. Is telling me about this Uber story, which is so funny, yo.
Yeah, so I was, you know, ever since we had the layoffs at the job, I think my mindset has become like multiple streams of income and more, you know, trying to have more hustles and just on some man security stuff, right? Just you seen these big tech layoffs, and I haven't been impacted, but you know, it's scary to me. Right. So once I got my car back out the shop after the transmission was replaced, I was like, yo, I'm gonna just start Ubering in the mornings. You know, I got the morning availability.
Right.
So I'm Ubering, and I'm in Jersey, somewhere I don't know. I dropped some guy off, ironically, at like an Amazon warehouse. And I go to leave, and I was like, I need to just like reference like where am I at and how far would it take me to get back home. So I pull up Google Maps. At the same time, another ride hits my phone. So I go pick the person up, and somewhere between picking them up and accepting the ride, when they got in the car, it went back to Google Maps. So for like 40 minutes, I was driving this Indian lady to the crib. Mind you, her ride was in Jersey. She was going somewhere deeper in Jersey. I drove her all the way across the Walt Whitman, past the stadiums. It was like, bro, don't
And she ain't say nothing?
She started to fidget and call people. So I was like, oh no. And I had to tell her, and it was hard to communicate with her a little bit, right? And I was like, yo, I am so sorry. I got the wrong GPS up. And she probably thought I was fraud. And she probably thought I was trying to human traffic her or something, dog.
Bro, she was sending her location to everybody she know.
Bro,
told them to call the law.
She was like, I have adjusted the address. So I ended up getting her to her spot. And like, you know, after the 30, 40-minute drive, she spent like an hour in my car, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I have never done anything like that before. I'm not like a regular Uber driver. But like I said, I was trying to reference how far I was from the crib.
Yo, he was about to take her home.
Bro, the time kept adjusting, the route kept adjusting. I'm like, where's this going? So I eventually grabbed the map. I was like, yo, this is Google. And it was my crib. But I was just like, oh my God. Bro, I was like, I was so embarrassed.
What if you would have made it all the way to the crib? Like, oh, you going somewhere near my house?
It was a real innocent mistake. I still feel like mad embarrassed about it, but yeah, it happened. It's
Bro, did she give you 2 stars? I would have gave you 2 stars, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
No, she was cool. She. I don't think she was in a
gave me 2
rush.
stars,
Bro, I would have gave you 2 stars. Bro.
Like, yo, where you take?
Let somebody take me an hour out my way. I'm giving them 2 stars, bro.
Yo, but at what point did she say something? Like when she noticed
She
it?
didn't really start saying that. I kind of like seen that she was like on the phone talking to somebody and how she was talking, and she was just looking around, and I was just like, something ain't right. So I kind of picked up on it.
Like I'm the person though. Like when I'm in like Lyfts and Ubers and stuff, like I'm looking at it on my phone.
Everybody is.
Right.
That's like a general thing.
Yeah, like I'm watching it on my phone. Like, all right, you turning where you supposed to be turning. Like I'm doing that. Like
why she let me come across the bridge?
yeah, like why you let her get all the way across Walt Whitman? Like,
Bro, it's crazy. The U-turn I had to make the U-turn out Tasca.
and
So
I
had the Indian lady from the middle of Jersey in Tasca, the U-turn to get back on 76 to go back over to Walt Whitman and down the black white horse pipe or something. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, bro. Bro, this is nuts, bro.
I'd have called the law on you, cuz.
Me too,
I'm
bro.
I'm in this type of will.
Bro, I almost ain't making the episode 100, bro. I was about to...
Yo, Lou was telling me about it the other morning. I was dying. I'm like, yo, you gotta tell that story, yo. That shit was mad funny.
Bro, never again, bro.
Never again, man.
Cause I'm never like, bro. When I'm out there driving, I'm never ready to go back home. I was always like, one more ride could be a nice little pay. You know what I mean?
Right. That's a fact. Then when he was on the way back to the crib, I'm like, bro, don't accept no more rides until you get back across the bridge. Like, don't accept no more Jersey rides.
You don't know how to adjust it, bro?
Just what?
You could put in like your destination, and it'll only pick up rides going towards your way.
No, I'm not. See, you do it more than I do it. I don't have no. I don't. That's just my shit in the default settings.
Nah, bro. You gotta.
I'll show you later.
Yeah, you gotta put it on there so you can only get rides going back to the crib.
Facts.
That's a fact. You want to get into these podcast blues, bro?
Yeah, bro. I put podcast blues on here because, like, I think people think like, it's trendy to start podcasts and stuff like that.
It's definitely trendy for sure.
But I wanted to talk about some of the blues we done had, man. Like,
it's not for the faint of heart, man. It's not like we was just talking about that on the way in here. Like me and you was just talking about like we at episode 100, but we really like over episode 100. Like with all the content that we've made. Like when we started, we really recorded a whole batch of episodes that was like unusable. Like 4 or 5 episodes. Like our very first batch of recording.
4 of them.
4 episodes. It was like like the audio quality was so trash, like it was unsalvageable. Like, and we had and it was at a time it wasn't just us. We was doing interviews, so like we were interviewing people, and like we just can't use this. So now it's like, how you even get somebody to come back and do this again? Then on top of it, Ern, because you hear like now, like it's so organic that like some of the organic laughs and stuff we get,
you can't replicate.
Yeah, you can't recreate it. It's like now it's almost staged. Like I'm kind of trying to set you up to walk you back where you was at before.
Yeah.
And it's like it's stuff that we just do naturally that you just can't do. So it was like, oh yeah, we just gotta can it. Like it's done. Like so it's like.
So imagine that paying like $200 for studio time with an engineer.
We were still paying at the time.
With an engineer. Recording 4 episodes with some clicking or some ducking in the mic on 4 episodes.
Right.
And then having to can them all and then come back and pay you another $200 to shoot the 4 that we just couldn't use.
That's a fact.
So that's how we started the pod, guys.
It was super trash.
But like it's been, we recorded at INR Studios. We recorded at Rec Philly. We recorded at Dre Apartment. We recorded at my house now. Yeah. And all of them have their own challenges. And like as people who don't come from like videographer or like media, like none of this tech stuff. Like this is honestly, to keep it real with you, it's pretty techy. You shoot things in 4K, 60 pixels. It's hard to move the stuff.
Right.
Stuff gets stuck on the phone until you figure out how to get it off the camera or off the SD cards. They get stuck.
Right.
You know, because you can't airdrop them, you can't send them.
We done had SD cards corrupted multiple times. You got to use the camera audio. We got to wonder what the camera audio sound like.
What about the recent time when my neighbor was putting in cabinets?
Right, you just can't account
We just
for that.
can't, like...
When we was at my part, remember they'd be outside cutting the grass. We just recording leaf blower going crazy, like, or the light, we recording in front of a big window. So, like, the light is shining through. Now we trying to adjust, like, it ain't simple.
Yeah, so we've tried studio. Studio was good but expensive, but still had issues.
Right.
We've tried shared space where it's a community of people using this shared space, so the equipment is getting worn down so much faster because
trashing it.
people are using it, 8 and 10 hours a day, and every time you come back, like, yo, the headphone jack a little bit more loose, and now all of a sudden now we can't use headphones on it.
Remember we had the and it was a big thing. Remember the cameras? People would come and they would change the settings on the cameras. So like it would be like too dark and we couldn't adjust it back light, or like the quality wasn't the same, or the picture was blue and the picture wouldn't go back clear, and then like we called the help and
the help couldn't help.
And the help couldn't help. Like, yo, how you adjust? Like, we got 2 cameras. I just want both of the cameras to look the same. Mm-hmm. Then, like, that was the issue because remember, there was 2 different brand cameras. So even when I put the same settings on both cameras, because the cameras was 2 different manufacturers, it still was different. It was like, how we even gonna swap back and forth? Like, it was...
The best thing we ever did was just start filming back at the crib with our own stuff that don't get worn down fast. You ain't got to worry about, even though I got small kids, God willing, they ain't never really took interest in messing with my stuff, put my stuff away. But the shared space situation was like, we paying for this, we got a membership.
And we only get in at certain times.
We only can get in at certain times, so like, we need more flexibility. Like right now, we got the most flexibility. We're recording the longest episodes we've been able to record since we're shooting the pod. And we have flexibility during the week of like, yo, we could just fit it in.
Right. Oh, we can't record today, let's just shoot tomorrow. We could just move it.
And we can't do that before. We was having a book 30 days in advance.
Oh, yeah, facts, because it was booking up fast. Then when you couldn't, then you had to depend, and back to when we were shooting with guests, you had to depend on people to be there on time. Who was there early, who wasn't there, like, oh, let's try to jump in and shoot a solo episode right quick while we waiting for them to get here. Like, oh, then they pull up, we outside. It's like...
You remember somebody pulled up while we was recording and said that we didn't respond fast enough, so they just left.
Yeah, they left. They couldn't get in. You're my man. Like, because we was recording, like, yo, just come up. And this was when, I think it was a weekend, right? And you couldn't... You just come in the regular entrance. You had to wait. Somebody had to come downstairs and let you in, and we didn't know that. That was the first time. We didn't know that somebody actually had to come in and let you in, because we was used to just going in the mall entrance and going up the escalator, and you could come in the front. But after hours or on the weekends, certain times you got to go downstairs and let them in. And we recording, but he like texting me like, oh, I'm down here or whatever. But we recording, so like I'm not like on my phone because we recording. By the time we get done recording, look at the phone, and I'm like, oh, he was downstairs. Like, let me see if he downstairs. Call him. Like, he like, oh, I'm on 95. I'm going back to the crib.
See.
Like,
yeah, bro.
Whole process.
It's a lot to. I think for something that is not like extremely lucrative at a smaller level, it's really ran layered like a regular business. It's things you do on recording days. It's things you do to prepare. It's things that is going on throughout the week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot, man.
Yeah, this is the easy stuff. We get in here, we turn the camera on, we talk. This is the most simplest it is ever going to be. There's so much other stuff that happens outside of this that you just never see until you really got to deal with. And this is why people get burnt out. People like, hang it up. We sitting here on 100. But... people hang it up because it's burnout that's involved in it. It's a lot that goes into like just saying like I'm gonna be somewhere every week at the same time. Just being consistent and saying like, yo, we gonna do this, like, and being committed to something that's like not gonna pay you nothing and at times cost you money. Right. Because we had a lot of overhead at one point. So
lawyers.
Yeah. Right, yeah, lawyers,
studio time, equipment, merch.
Yeah.
All the little platforms, the iCloud space, and the SD cards you need, everything running up, bro.
That's a fact.
What else we got on there for this segment?
Additional,
huh?
One.
No, I'm saying, what else we got in this segment?
Oh, the addition to Earn, the
Oh,
future
yeah.
more than a dad, and then the two.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this. So Ern, thank you so much for joining the pod. I wanted to make sure that we, like, the addition of you this year on a permanent basis has made the quality of our content extremely better. I have spoken with a couple of faithful listeners.
Yeah, everybody love it.
Everybody love you on the pod. Somebody even called me yesterday. Was like, where is he at? I can't see him on the YouTube." And I was just like, man, he's our off camera, host, And I think I describe it as best as this: me and Dre was cool shooting just us two. It was like ping pong.
Right.
With you in the pod, we have a 3-man weave. You listen to podcasts, obviously you know how to podcast, and it helps the storytelling and the jokes and everything. It gives everybody a time to chime in, and we don't talk over each other. I think we have an amazing chemistry for people who haven't been doing it together that long. The place that the pod is in now is exactly where we want to be. Great dad content, relatable, funny, lighthearted, current, and I think you have a big part to do with that. So I definitely want to take the time at episode 100 to tell you thank you for your contributions. I know it ain't been that long and stuff, but I feel like where we are today, we wouldn't even been nowhere near this without your addition, bro.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Well, one, being a fan of y'all, watching all 100 episodes probably. It's just a pleasure to be with y'all now.
Right.
To be able to chime in. You don't know how many times I'm in my car or at work and I want to chime in on what y'all talking about.
Fact.
And I can't. But I got to call Dre and talk his ear off about it. So it's definitely different and it's definitely better. And I definitely appreciate being here, being able to respond to some of the stuff we talking about. But yeah, I'm glad to be a part of the team.
Yeah, that was, because we know we wasn't even, like, me, and it's funny because, like, I think it just happened in the most natural way. Like, we got approached a lot all the time about people, like, wanting to be a third mic. And we just like, no, we cool. Like, we're not looking for a third mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could probably come on an episode or do something like that. Like, not to really have nobody to, like, add permanently. So, like, I think, like, when you came on, it just, we wasn't even really looking for it. It just happened, like in some like in an organic way, in a way where you're not really looking for something to happen. It just happened, and it just was like, oh, that's kind of perfect. It's like hand in glove fit. Like, oh, it worked. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say all the time, it's like the contrast of, like, it'd be like if we was like to add Kadeem to the pod. Kadeem and me kind of have like similar perspectives, points of views, so it wouldn't really add, like, not that it wouldn't be entertaining, it won't really add as much. So, like, with you being here, it's like different because you don't think like me or you don't think like Lou. Like, we all kind of think individually like each other, so it makes for good content. So I just think without us trying, it just worked that way.
Yeah, I think that you hit it on the head when you said, like, we wasn't even looking. We've been approached for years.
Yeah, mad times.
We've been approached for years, and people have, like I don't want to say presented themselves to us in a way that, like, they should be a part of the show and what they can add. More than, like, I want to be a guest, more than, call me up while y'all on. More than that, like, people actually put themselves in position to be like, yo, I should be y'all third host on the show. And I think when I think about the addition of Ern, I think it's somebody that's not trying to come in trying to take over the show, not trying to be the star. I see somebody that fits in and has his own big moments every episode, without having to be like, I'm gonna go on. I'm the new guy. I gotta talk the two guys that been on. Like, you don't have no ego. You ain't got no competition. It's just somebody that want to see it just in the same direction we want to see it in, and I think that's important. So, yeah, we had bigger personalities, people with more following and all that. I don't think it would have been a good fit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, thank you for joining us, bro.
Yeah, bro, we appreciate you. So, what we doing in the future, bro?
What we doing in the future? More dad get-togethers, and a live pod in the city probably.
Live pod.
Yeah, that's my two things.
We gotta check them off for 2024.
Yeah, maybe for our quote unquote year, our 3rd year anniversary. Maybe
That's a good goal.
Maybe that's a good goal to have like a live pod.
Yeah.
Whoever supports us that's local can pull up and you know.
I need a little more than that in my cup.
Aaron pouring us up. Yeah, so that's my 2 big goals is that maybe on some regular cadence we have a live pod event, and maybe the way we get together with the dads in our community is a little bit more on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Where we at? The toast?
All right, well, toast to y'all.
Shout out
Y'all,
to
y'all held this together 100 episodes strong. Hopefully, you can have 100 more, 200 more, 300 more.
Listen, man,
More success.
if they'll have us, man, we'll be here.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, fellas.
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you, man. You got me nice. I'm gonna finish this.
So, into what we regularly do.
Yeah, back to our regular schedule
Back to our
program.
regular scheduled program. Let's highlight some of these amazing kids. That was at All-Star Weekend in Indiana this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a I'm gonna just say shout out their names so they get shout out. It was Jazzyworldtv and Jeremiah 1 and 5.
1 and 5.
1 and 5.
I follow both of them.
You do?
I follow both of them. I absolutely love both of them. They are children who are quote unquote journalists and reporters who have the backing of their family. And they go and get celebrity interviews, little 5-minute little tidbits. And Jazzy has interviewed all the way up to Jay-Z and down.
For real?
Yeah, she got little, like, I don't know where. That's the only thing that I don't know. I know her dad is with her, but I don't know, like, you knew Jay-Z would be coming out this building and you just out here.
That's crazy.
You
That's
know?
definitely amazing. 'Cause if you look at her video, she's very, very well spoken.
Yeah, very well spoken,
However,
very
what
well
she
put
was,
together.
What she look like? She like 11.
12, yeah.
Yeah.
She's very, very.
She's
well
been doing it
spoken.
a long time, though. Like, a couple years.
She definitely looked like she.
She
know
was
what
dressed
doing.
the part
She
and
looked comfortable.
she was dressed the part
She looked
and all that.
comfortable.
She'd be like Uncle Shaq or Mr. Travis Scott, or, it's just so cute, man.
Yeah, shout
What-
out to
Yeah,
her.
I'm at the follower.
The reason why I think it's so amazing is, once again, you're not the athlete. You're not the entertainer. It's like the kid wanted to be the coach. The kid wanted to be the referee. Now the kid wants to be the journalist or the reporter. I
Right.
think that's super dope.
Yeah, that's
you know,
a fact.
Without like all this pressure to be like, yo, you got to go out here and score 50 like Juju. You know what I mean? Even though you couldn't score 50 like Juju, but like, it's the interest is more broad, and they're not boxed into just being an athlete and entertaining anymore. It's all of the industries or
Yeah.
career paths.
Yeah. Shout out to Jazzyworldtv and Jeremiah 1 and 5.
Right.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
definitely gonna have to give him a follow.
Can I ask you a question? Hypothetical.
Yeah.
Say you and your girl in the casino, and you hand her $500. You hear her $500,
Yeah.
and she hit for 500,000. How much you expecting from her? Or how much should she give you?
How much should she give me?
How much is
Or the other way around. If she gave you 500 and you hit for 500,000, how much you giving her?
I mean, I probably bust it down 50-50 with her.
if I give her the bread, I think 50-50 is the nice thing, even though the comments.
If I give her the bread, she not giving the 50-50 back.
I was, and that's what I was gonna ask.
We go-
Whatever your answer is, you
She
think
not-
that's gonna be her answer?
No, I don't. My wife might give me 50.
Nah, not your wife. Say y'all was dating, y'all not married yet. Say it's your
Because
girl.
if my wife is our money.
Exactly.
Right, that's right. That's
Exactly.
Why he
It's
changed
your
it.
girl.
If we just girlfriend and boyfriend, she probably gonna give you like $100K. Tell you to step off, bro.
Probably.
Bro, I don't think. You know,
the,
some
the
people.
Meme, what the meme? It was the meme that said she was like, what it say? It said if your boyfriend give you $10 and you hit for $500K, what you giving them back? And somebody wrote in the comments and said, I'm giving him his $10 back.
Bro.
Listen.
50-50 is probably the right answer, right? I'm sure when people see that money, it's gonna be a lot less than 50-50, bro.
But why?
Because people greedy,
'Cause people
bro.
want to keep it.
Not to
themselves.
mention, we ain't
Listen,
factoring
5
taxes.
minutes ago, I didn't have 500,000.
Right.
I didn't have 200,000.
And you want
So if I come up any 100,000 in 5 minutes, that's a win.
you want to share it with who?
Whoever I came here with. It don't even gotta be my girl. If me and Dre walk into a casino and I hit for 100K, I'm giving my man 50.
We up.
Wait. Y'all go into the casino. Did he don't give you the money?
No.
Y'all just go together.
We just
Yeah.
together.
All right. Can we factor in taxes? Like, what is we really
It
getting?
don't matter. Whatever
We
it
gonna
is.
bust it down.
If I hit for 100 and it come out to be 60, they cash me off for 60K, I'm giving my man 30.
We in here, bro. It's 30K.
Hey, Dre, I ain't giving you that, bro.
And
I ain't
that's,
gonna lie to you. You're going to have to just take a different portion.
What I'm gonna get?
Especially if
10K?
you ain't contribute. You know what I'm saying? For,
Yo, but
for moral support, you could get 15 bands.
All right, but
So-
even,
you spent
but-
$500 and
even-
you came off
but even-
30,000.
but-
That's a dub.
right, but even in this scenario, right? So like, cause this where it get a little bit tricky, right? In this scenario, the person has given you all the money. You get what I'm saying? Like you came here with zero. She gave you 500, and then you hit off of her 500.
And
You-
off your skill and your luck. So your luck and the
Man,
money.
You don't feel obligated to give her nothing?
No, I do feel obligated
Oh.
to give her something, but why is it 50-50?
Well, why would it not
All right,
be?
well, how much would you give her? She gave you 500, you hit for
But you
100K,
had $0.
tax it down, it's 60.
Y'all making me change my
You-
opinion because
you
y'all
walking
saying
out-
she ain't coming out with 50-50. So if we're under the expectation that she's not going to do what I would do, then I got to bust it down with lower money.
Why would she do affect your
Morally,
you
what do you
carrying
think
it?
that you would do?
Morally, I would probably do
bust down to
50-50.
50-50.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
But now that you got me in here second guessing that she would, as my girlfriend, would not give me 50-50, now
She probably not. But what if she turned around and said, "I gave you the whole 500. I should be entitled." To
I didn't 20x the 500, bro. I did 1,000 to 500,
But you
bro.
wouldn't have did that without my 500. So what if
Even
she
my
on that
return
time?
on even your return on investment on your 500, even if it's just 100, is like 1,000,000x, bro.
She gotta accept that.
Like why? Like yo, how many 500s you think is in the 100K? Like come on, dog.
It's a lot, bro.
You know what I mean? What are we really talking about, bro? Listen, you ever see?
You think how much you love your girl or how much you like your girl affects the number? Say y'all only been together 7
Bro,
months.
she mess around and not be your girl after this. She mess around
So
and
now we-
Bro, say y'all only been together 7
I
months.
might be in a different bracket. My dating pool might
my
change.
dick I might have just got up, depending on how many
My
bands I got
my
up.
dating pool might have
See?
changed, gang.
Cuz said I might have got up 500 bands. I might have get new
Yeah,
shorties
bro.
now.
They say
Listen.
money don't change you.
He like, man, I done got up 500 bands.
Oh no.
I'm
looking like-
I'm changing.
we talking about hypothetical
Yo, listen.
money. Look how much it's changing.
Listen. He look. He like, I got up 500 bands.
My dating pool
He like,
might
dang,
have
I
changed.
could get that drop top Camaro for like 50,
Bro,
60.
Listen.
Now when I pull up,
Listen.
it's different.
Hey, Dre, listen, we did it as a big boy and broke and was getting them, bro. I'm a big boy with the gut, and now I got
He said,
500.
I get up 500K.
I'm about to act
That little
stupid.
500K. Yo, it's really crazy how it changed. Like, it ain't even like, yo, I got a 5 M's. Like, if I get a 500K right now, like, I might start acting different. Yo, that is funny.
Bro, 'cause
that's really true, though, cuz people act up for less, yo.
That's a fact.
Like, you seen people like pre-PUA and stuff, they get up like a little 20 bands. They like different people, bro. Like,
Hey, just check they gram.
yeah,
Listen, man,
they
she-
like
she
different
better-
people. You get a 500K, it's over.
She better take this 125K and keep it, you know what I'm saying? Keep it copacetic. Yeah.
Listen, man. So is you going? All right. So in that, do you tell her that you got up 500K?
She with you. She by your
Oh,
side.
she was sitting by your side.
That's what I would think.
Yo.
She seen you.
Oh,
hit
she's
the-
sitting by your side, and you don't stand a chance, bro. You might have to break up with her to keep it,
She might punch on you.
bro. If your girl is next to you when you put the 500 in the machine, and then 500,000 come out of that joint, like,
Can she sue you?
Hey, bro.
I don't know.
Can I ask y'all a similar
She gonna
question?
fight with you over it.
It's
though.
definitely a fight.
You gotta come back and lie. You gotta come back and be like, yeah, babe, I hit for like 100K and then just slide her 50. Like, yeah, this half.
Bro.
And then talk the rest.
I'm gonna pivot us for something that's kind of funny. Do y'all have y'all girls ever known like how much money you really make and like how much money you bring home every 2 weeks and all that?
Yes.
She know
Yes.
and she don't know.
No.
Do you think that that's an advantage or a disadvantage as a man if your lady know how much exactly you bring home every 2 weeks?
Man, if y'all a team like you say y'all a team, then y'all know. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with not knowing, but
All right, I'm gonna pause you because you ruining my joke. Has there ever been a time where you came into some unforeseen money that you just did not disclose to her that you had?
I never disclose how much money I have. But does she know how much I make? Sure. She know
Like,
how much I make
how
an
much
hour.
how much the check
or how
is?
much I make a year. You don't never know how much money I have.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, that's different then.
Right.
Yeah.
Like is she gonna know like on Friday 1,500 is getting deposited?
It don't matter if she know it or not. She not. I hope
not
she ain't
spending?
planning to spend
That's
my
what he
1,500.
talking about.
All right, then no. The answer is no. Then
So we talking about taxes recently.
That's a disadvantage, cause
It's a
you
huge
can't-
disadvantage. So we doing our taxes and stuff now, right?
Right.
And I ain't got no ink in my printer. I was like, yo, I need you to print my W-2s, and whatever you see, don't get slap at me about what you see because I don't have that what you see. I had to send a text disclaimer with the documents I needed printed so that she didn't get ahead of herself and think
We got all this cheese.
that we got all this cheese. I had a great year, right? You know what I mean?
He's had a great year.
I had a great year.
And I ran it up.
We bought a house. I ran it up. I'm gonna probably have a great year this year, but don't let that go to your head. You know, like I had to send a disclaimer, like, yo, you're gonna think we're like somewhere we're not. When you see my W-2s, just know that I'm not lying. And she sent back, LOL. You know what I mean? She cracked it up, and she was like, I ain't even know you. I'm like, yo, we ain't ever got to talk about that. We ain't ever talk about that. You know what I mean? But that happened in real life. That's this tax season that has happened.
Facts. But yeah, if you like it just depends, like how Ern was saying, like if you and your partner really like locked into like on the same page and like the goals is totally perfectly aligned, which isn't common because like it's hard for two people to be on the exact same path. If that's the case, then like yeah, it's cool. We probably can know what's really deposited in this joint. But if you like got the potential to like pivot us somewhere else that I'm trying to prevent us from going, then I gotta just keep it to myself because like you're gonna spend it. Like you're gonna be like, yo, I seen the new air fryers dropping and I seen all this stuff happening.
Or the kids need this.
And now it's like, you mean?
It be all make believe.
Yeah.
You want to see money evaporate out your account? Let her see what you really got in there. It won't be there.
They're gonna be at Target shopping sprees, cuz.
Bro, I just picked up an old
all
head.
these Amazon packages rolling in.
Chill, bro. That's my real life. Target and Amazon. Damn. I'm having nightmares.
Right.
No, talking about Uber, I picked up an old head the other day. I think I was telling you.
Yeah.
Old head, 77 years old. I think he's Nigerian. He's a former banker. He is divorced from his wife, but she's moved back in to live with him. He has 6 kids. Everybody's well off. His kids are lawyers. Blah, 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 blah. I was playing the pod.
Move back in to live with him.
They divorced, and she was like, I just want the companionship. I'll move back in. I'll pay bills I never paid before. I'll just, we built a life together. I want to be a part of the life again.
that's love.
Right? Look at you. You got a soft spot for everybody. Anyway.
Right, Elin, everybody come back in.
Listen, in Ern house, he going to have the ex-wife that ain't no longer the wife, the disabled ex-boyfriend,
Listen, bro.
the stepchildren.
At 77, you just want somebody around.
Listen, so old head,
That's not
I'm
his
sorry
girl
to be
no more,
disclosing.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I hope his
His
wife
nobody his name and nobody.
Yeah,
else.
old head was disclosing to me that he don't ever disrespect the house, but he be out here in these streets. He was saying that he was like, yo, women will spend your money so fast. He was like, because I was telling him, like, yo, I'm busting down the Uber right now for some pocket money. He was like, y'all respect it, man. You got a real career. You're Ubering. He's like, I never seen nobody like you before. Like, this is crazy, you know? And he was bigging me up. I'm like, thanks for the big up, you know? And then he was, he got to talking about his experience with his wife and like the women in his life and how they want to spend their money before they spend their own. Like, you know what I mean? If you got to make a big purchase, they're going to empty your joint to zero, and then they're going to come put the 10% to finish it off. He was just going in on that. So we just keep vibing and vibing. Old head ended up just telling me, he was like, yo, my girlfriend's be in their 30s and 40s. I be like, you 77? I was like, damn, we got a bright future if you could still get it in at 77, bro. I thought my dad was the GOAT making babies at 62 and 63, you feel me?
Right.
Old head 77. He said, I talk to the girls, I make them laugh, I'm brutally honest. And he was like, I don't mind taking care of them. And then in my head, what I wanted to say was like, oh, you a trick. But I didn't say that to old head or a sugar daddy. I didn't want to say that to him.
He definitely a trick.
He definitely a trick, right? So he was telling me about these two girls he was messing with. He was like, they friends. And he was like, I prefer one of them, but the other one don't got the hygiene. And I was like, yo, old head talking
Now
about
you going crazy.
He was saying that the one shorty hygiene wasn't up to par to the other shorty. But his whole point of everything was that he paid them. He said, I take care of you, you know, I send you money, I make sure you good. He was like, yo, you just never could come to my crib. You don't call me past a certain time. Like, he just had all these rules. But he was like, man, they all leave me for drug dealers because they want that fast money. He was like, they leave me for drug dealers and then they come back. They leave me for the little hustlers and they come back. And I was like, because old head, I'm like, yo, you got the retirement and the pension, bro. What you
right,
thinking?
it's stable.
Yeah.
She gonna go out. She gonna go out and get her some excitement in her life, and she gonna come back where it's stable at.
Your money is unaffected by the droughts in the hood. You feel me? When the coke prices up and down, it's unaffected, bro. So no, but yeah, that's another crazy experience I had
Uber
last week,
was,
yo.
Man, Uber must be like the bus stories.
Yeah, we're temporarily doing Uber stories until you get back with a something bus.
Back with a bus, back neck and neck. But another news, haters get us so dark. But it was a Michigan nurse. She was caught on film abusing an 8-year-old disabled girl at home. So, you know, like CNAs and people that come in your house and, you know, take care of your elderly or whoever's in the house. This happened to be like a disabled girl that the nurse was coming in and seeing, and they caught her on video, like, abusing her. So you think, like, you know, like situations like, we always talk about, like, living nannies and stuff like that. That's just better than being outside. Like, better than, like, oh, I put my kid in a daycare, so I got a nanny that comes to the house. So, like, in this case, you got, instead of, like, having, because, you know, like, they got, like, the facilities, like, the outpatient facilities where you could take your kids or take your parents to and stuff like that, or people that have disabilities. But this is in your house. So how do you feel about, you know, this situation, something that's happening in your home, a place of comfort that you would think would be safer than actually having them in a facility?
I think if I was to jump in first, it's the illusion of you're dealing with somebody professional, like they're not human. Like, just because a person has they're working, like, you got to think about it, like, would she be doing that if she was well off, right? So you still have to vet people for who they are, not just because they show up as a professional in whatever field, right? Even when you at the doctor, like, I question doctors and I make them break their medical jargon all the way down, and I'm real big on, like, go get a second opinion, because everybody has human error. Everybody has bad days. They have the ability to have a mental health issue or going through something that's affecting their work. When I used to work at that juvenile facility, people would be having problems with their wives and coming in here
taking it out on the kids
a little bit. So you gotta vet people for who they are, not, oh, this person is professional. Like, people do slimy stuff all the time. You ever hear, like, lawyers burning people, or, you know, I'll take the case, take the money, never show up. You know, same thing when the person come to fix your house. You know, the contractor, oh, I gave you $20,000. They supposed to do this and this and this. And you'll be, oh, he was a professional. He had an LLC. He showed me a portfolio. You still got to vet your people for who they are. You know what I mean? You just can't, you know, this person's in here taking care of your disabled kid. You still need to watch them too. Well, let me see how you doing that.
I mean, good thing they had a camera set up.
Facts.
It's sad because she probably didn't have it at first. She probably noticed stuff, noticed bruises, noticed whatever. And then they had to set the camera up to figure out, which is very, very sad. But, you You already know what I think, bro.
Well,
Hands and feet.
hands and feet on the nurse.
Hands and feet right on the nurse.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, and I'm
Talking
about
about
to say,
abusing
and I'm
a
about to
child
say,
that
can't
can't
help themselves.
help themselves, can't communicate the best. Man,
Right.
hands and feet, bro.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a difference because like we always like to me, that's like the extra step of like being cautious. Like, cause I could just put you in a facility, put you in a type of adult daycare or nursing, just something to during the day. Like if I go to work, they have these type of facilities where I could drop you off at and then, go to work. Like this is probably like a whole totally different expense.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm being more cautious. I'm being more, I'm being more careful, and it still was a situation that turned out in a negative way, which is like crazy. But like Lou was saying, definitely check your people out for sure.
Yeah, bro. But they regular humans, bro. They make mistakes, bro.
Man, nah, you can't make the mistakes, not with mine. Awesome. Make the mistakes elsewhere.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
The podcast talking about how my ex-wife shot me. A clip of that video went viral. Here it is. Now, if you know that story, you know that I was holding our 2-year-old son during an argument. My ex-wife pulled a gun on me, shot me in the forearm. The bullet went through my forearm and grazed his forehead. Then she pointed the gun at my face and squeezed the trigger, and the gun jammed. God protected me. What you don't know is that I divorced her immediately. I got custody of our son, and she did 3 years in prison. She went on with her life. I went on with mine. Quick update, she just got arrested for murdering her boyfriend. It's all over the news. A Georgia woman was arrested years after the body of a man was found in an Alabama shallow grave. Long story short, she found out her boyfriend was cheating, shot him in the head 3 times while he was asleep. All right, here's the moral of the story. If you find out somebody is cheating on you, just leave. If you're in an abusive situation, just leave. And also, always stay prayed up.
Prayed up.
Oh man. Bro, quick question.
I already know what he about to ask.
She shot him and then tried to shoot him in the face, right?
Right.
Hit the baby too. Is that not one? Is that not 2 attempts? And then he said she only did 3 years. You get 3 years for attempted murder?
For 2 attempts.
And one of the in the second slide, he talked about like once the gun jabbed, he whooped her ass. He whooped her ass, bro. He said he said, man, I had no other choice but to whop whop whop. I was cracking up.
Bro, I missed that.
Bro, that was the second. I think that's the second slide. He said, once the gun jabbed, and God gave me that second chance.
I had to treat her. Yo, once God gave me the second chance, I had to treat her as wow.
Oh.
I don't know how you only get 3 years for that. She had good lawyers.
She had great lawyers.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, did he punch on her before he punched on her after the gun jam? Maybe she had like some sort of self-defense.
Man, like you say, man, death is so permanent, bro. She could have killed him and that baby.
Facts.
And she seemed like she didn't care.
Right.
Because he was holding the baby and she's shooting at him.
Right, facts.
My thing is, though, just put yourself in his scenario. When the baby is no longer an infant and the baby is of age, what do you tell the baby about his mom?
The truth?
I mean, he gonna have no choice but telling the truth.
It's on the news.
Yeah.
The mom is in jail.
Right.
For another homicide.
And the dad got a podcast.
I don't even know what that really means, but I'm rolling.
He on that
It's
joint
out
talking.
there.
He on that joint talking.
It's outside.
He on that joint talking.
If you don't tell him, somebody probably
had to
gonna
tell
tell
him. So what is like it's funny because like I had to explain to Ash about the scar on his knee the other day. Y'all remember when he had to get the surgery on his knee when he had the infection? Well, the scar was small when he was a baby because he was small. So now that he's bigger, the scar is probably about the size of his kneecap. It stretched because they had to make the incision, so it stretches the length of his kneecap. So it's a pretty big scar. She's like, like, Dad, what's this? Like, did I fall or something? So I'm like, no, you had to get surgery when you was a baby, and they had to cut your knee open and basically drain it, because it was an infection in your knee. He was like, "Oh, I don't remember that," which is cool. He's just like, "I don't remember." So I had to explain to him what happened, but he inquired about the scar. So I'm just thinking about that kid who said he got grazed on the forehead. So like one day he's gonna look in the mirror and be like, "What is this?"
Right.
So then he's not gonna have no choice but to say, unless he's gonna lie, and I don't think it's right for you to lie to him.
I think some parents protect the other parent even when the other parent is like not good. But if we're not protecting her, are you just keeping it a bean? At what
Yeah.
age? So at 6 years old, when he says,
"Dad, what's this on my forehead?"
"Yeah,
I don't think they protecting the other parent. I think they protecting the child
okay,"
from
Protecting
the
their
truth.
feelings.
Yeah, protecting them from trauma or possible trauma or stuff like that. I don't think they really
I don't
protecting
think-
the other parent.
I swear, I don't know. I don't know if I would tell him that his mom shot and grazed him in the head. I don't think I would tell him that. I would say she shot me, or
So then how
she
did the
shot
scar get
somebody
there?
else. I dropped you when I got shot.
Just-
So you never gonna tell them the truth?
At what emotional level do you think somebody could?
What if he finds it out anyway though, and then you didn't?
all right,
then
so
you
if he
lied?
finds it out anyway, that's the part like where you get.
But you don't want to be the person to not tell him if he finds
Right.
it out.
Because guess what? As soon as he able to Google
He going.
Google my mom name, the case
And then
come
they
up,
come up, right?
the article come up, whatever.
Then they're like, even
Did you
still,
say
if
I
there's
was
other
raised?
people.
All right, just keeping it on some parenting stuff. Telling the truth will have damage.
Mhm.
Him finding out by himself will have damage. But you not telling him and him finding out is almost like you lied to him, so it's like double damage.
Right, it's
Right.
damage control.
So you don't
bro.
want to
gotta
do that.
Choose the lesser of the two evils.
Plus, it's other
You
family.
don't think it's just gonna put trauma right on him?
But it's other. It's
Yeah,
other.
but you can't shield people from trauma. Like trauma is a part of life.
Right.
It happens, whether it happens to you or not. It happens. So
Right.
you gotta like. Hopefully, you could teach a kid, or hopefully, a kid is mentally mature enough to handle it a certain way. But you can't shield your kids from everything. It's impossible.
I just don't want the kid to be playing on the playground and they're like, "Yeah, what's that on your head?" "Oh yeah, my mom shot me in the head." And it's just you saying it like casually.
Nah, you gotta teach your kid. Listen,
Yeah.
our business is our business. You don't need to be telling everybody everything. Everything is not for everybody. It's just little parenting things like that. You don't need to tell somebody you got shot. Just tell them it's a scar I got when I was a baby. Period.
Yeah, but you gotta disclose it, cause like somebody know, like it's family. Like I always say, like even when like with my mom's situation, like like my parents kept like my biological mom stuff away from me, like when I was a kid. But everybody in the family knew, so like it was conversations that was being had about it. So like I told you, like one time when I was like 10, like Wayne tried to tell me I was adopted. He didn't know like how to explain it. He didn't know how to say, like you have a different mom. Like I didn't know, but he just was like, one day we was in the basement. He like, "Yo, you adopted?" And I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck is you talking about?" And he like,
crazy.
"You adopted?" I'm like, "Bro, shut up." And like, Wayne just say dumb stuff. Like Ern though, like Wayne just say stuff. So like, I just never thought nothing of it. Like years went past before I even realized like what he was trying to tell me was something that was a real thing. Cause I didn't find out till I was like 16. We was like 10 at the time when he said this to me. But that means my sister might have had a conversation with him about it. His mom had a conversation with him about it, and then like he knew,
Or just around.
or
him.
just around somebody, like not with him, but like around, like somebody had a conversation around him that he knew, and he said it to me, but I didn't know what he was talking about, and he was too young to even articulate it.
Yeah.
And like I didn't even think more of it to dissect it, so like we just carried on life. So like that thing happened in their family. So somebody in the family, like it could be an auntie or something, like his mom shot my brother or whoever, and it grazed him. So people in the family are gonna know. So you never know who might run around and be like, "Yo, you got grazed by a bullet on your forehead." Then you look crazy. So like you being his dad, you gotta tell him for sure.
Can we shift away from the kid right quick?
Yeah.
How diabolical is this lady? They say
She's a serial killer.
she killed the boyfriend and buried him, right?
Yeah, in another state.
Bro, that's
Because I think said it's a Georgia woman, and he was found in a shallow
In
grave in
Alabama?
Alabama.
bro.
Yeah.
In a shallow grave in Alabama. She
dug a-
shot Buddy in his head three times and
Put him in
then
the
dug
car.
a hole
dug a hole.
and buried him.
He your size, bro.
And-
She moved.
Didn't it say years later?
Then they found him years later.
Bro, come on, bro.
Did your family give up on finding you, and she just cool out here? Like, is she still living in the apartment?
She probably. I mean, this probably happened in Alabama.
She might have just
and
ran
she
away.
probably went to Georgia.
Right, or she might have moved to Georgia.
Like, yo, my cousin
See, they
missing
could have
and his
protected that
girlfriend
man.
disappeared.
They could have protected that man, giving her more than 3 years. Obviously, she wasn't rehabilitated, bro. If she would have got 15, 20, she wouldn't have had the chance to take that man's life.
Yeah, yo.
Bro, you gotta watch who you laying next to.
And this is why people don't really talk to strangers. Like, I don't know, like, it's rare. In my life, I probably talked to a stranger maybe once, maybe twice.
What are you talking about?
Like
Like dated.
Yeah, like become boyfriend and girlfriend with
Like a stranger. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you, like,
I
think,
don't get what you mean.
think,
Bro.
Because
okay, listen,
people
think about everybody that you've dated. They've probably know somebody else that you know that know them through somebody.
Or come referred.
I know. I'm talking in my case. I know that's true in my case. I don't think that's true in your case.
It is. Absolutely.
Everybody that's become
Everybody
his
that I've probably like dealt with, they know somebody. They close to somebody. Somebody else knows them.
All right, so say
I don't
you-
just know them singularly.
So you say you in school, or say you at work and you start dealing with somebody. That's a stranger, bro.
But we all know them at work.
So,
Which means somebody knows something about her. Or them.
and
It's
that's
a reference. It's
that's
a point
good
of
enough for
reference.
you.
Yes, it's a point of
Okay.
reference, cuz. Like, I'm not saying like,
everybody's
yo.
a stranger, bro. That's how I feel like everybody's a stranger. Even people I know, when you start to deal with them, you
Yes, there is different sides of people. When
Okay.
nobody knows a person the way you deal with them. I'm saying that somebody know them. Somebody of them know. Like, listen, if we meet this girl, right, and she shot her son, she grazed her son and shot her ex-husband, somebody should know enough to tell me, like, yo, you know, shorty over
they
there.
probably don't know that,
But that's what I'm saying. That's a complete stranger.
bro. You don't know that that's not the case here. You don't know if she worked with his homie or
At
something
work,
like this, or
and then nobody knew
yeah, this
that
is
she's
this
just-
is my friend
So-
Sharonda, and you know what I mean. She just moved here from. You don't know.
Bro. If women,
You think she out here broadcasting that she just did a
I think
trade?
it's news. Somebody
Nah,
gotta know.
bro. No, they don't. No,
I'm
they
just saying
don't.
that's why most people don't date outside of that.
I mean,
Like,
get it.
I had a couple instances where like that's like a complete stranger, nobody know them at all, and those situations was probably like some of the craziest situations. I'm not even going cap.
That's a fact.
Like, real rap, yo.
I just want to let y'all know, if women are taking things into their own hand and clapping cats because they cheating, we in bad shape.
Bro, she stood over cuz while he was asleep
Bro.
and shot him in the head.
Bro,
3
you
times.
heard what I said, Aaron.
I mean,
if they taking it into their own hands because we cheating on them and they shooting us, it is a
I
weird.
mean, I've had women tell other people they thought about grinding up glass and putting it in my food and stuff. Like, that was happening to me in real life.
or putting sugar in your
Putting
car.
lighter fluid in my tank and stuff.
Yeah.
No, we don't see no names. Listen, I've been in some situations where it could
Yo, Dre done been hit with the joint out the fireplace.
where it could get dark for people.
I'm laughing at your trauma. I'm so
Listen.
sorry.
All right, can we get dark one more time? Pause.
Oh,
All right,
man.
have you guys seen anything about this Nickelodeon documentary?
I haven't watched the doc.
It's called I think it's called Quiet on Set.
Yeah, the dark side of television, TV
You watched the
television.
doc?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the last episode.
How many episodes is it?
5.
Oh wow. Yeah, I can't watch it, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lead us.
I've seen a bunch of
clips.
clips and I've seen a bunch of stories that come from it and a bunch of, internet stuff, but I can't watch something like that, bro.
All right, I'll give y'all a brief overview. And I'm not amazing with names, so just bear with me. So the doc takes place of the end of the late 90s and the 2000s, early 2000s. The doc is about how the jokes and stuff were inappropriate, things that were happening on the set was inappropriate, and there was a couple of like sexual abusers had opportunities to mess with some of these childhood stars. So the guy Dan, he's one of the writers that made all of that, and that was his first big hit, and then pretty much gave him the keys to all of that teenager people content, human content on Nickelodeon, because they still had like the cartoon content, which I loved. But all of that getting slimed and the Amanda Show and all these other things were a little out for me. But that's the stuff that happened to them people, is that under his watch, all of the jokes were like sausages and pickles and things splattering on your face, and guys behind the camera laughing and saying, "Oh, that looked like a cum shot," and it was always mainly young white girls with the things splashing on them, and it was very cringy. The guy Dan was just extremely powerful because he just kept making hit after hit, like from like 2000 to like 15, 16. He was like, he had no misses. You talk about all these rappers having no misses. He had no misses in terms of what connected with the audience between 10 and 13. No misses. All of the shows were significant at some point in time. The Amanda Show, she came on like all of that, then got her own show. The boy Drake, I don't know his last name. Drake Bell was a feature, then eventually got his own show with Drake and Josh. Amanda was the first like super like hypersexualized one with the pickles and the jokes, and it was just
Have you seen her today?
Who was that, Amanda Bynes?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. She look crazy today?
Yes.
She has
very sad videos on the internet.
She's in a
of her
conservatorship
right now.
or something like that now.
Yeah.
Supposedly she, I think it's rumored that like when she was 13 she was pregnant.
Yo, we not like
And then the boy Drake Bell is the one that.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah,
he was the one that
he was talking.
Yeah, terrible. Had it
Terrible
obviously the worst. The guy that was his dialogue coach weaved out his father.
This is Amanda Bynes when she was on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is Amanda Bynes now.
Yeah, she went crazy.
Yeah.
They all kind of lost their mind.
Yeah.
Drake Bell got it the worst. Just summing it up for y'all. Drake Bell really got it the worst. The dialogue coach was had a homosexual male, and the dad was like, any parent that was like at the sets that was like asking questions and a little bit more involved, they always weeded them kids out, limit their roles, didn't ask them to come back. Drake dad was hands-on and his manager, so they made up a lie about him stealing money. He was inquiring about why was this coach like touchy-feely on Drake, like just rubbing his arms and got his arm around him, just doing a little bit too much handsy stuff. And they was like, they tried to call him out, like, yo, what you're a homophobe or something. The guy is gay. Who cares, And they kind of like made him the bad guy for saying.
Made the dad seem away.
They made the dad seem away.
Drove a wedge between.
Drove a wedge to say he was stealing money, that he was homophobic, blah, 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 and drove a wedge. So now the kid is back staying with his mom in like Orange County, which is kind of far from LA. It's like an hour, 20 minutes. So now Drake is staying at the dialogue coach that's the middle between the studio and the mom.
Oh, the studio and the mom.
So, and that's when it started, where he started actually like sexually assaulting them, and he only got like 18 months for what he did to the kid.
Oh, as a pop, yo, you gotta just punch on the bull, bro.
He only got like 18 months, bro. And he came out as a registered sex offender and then worked on another kid Disney show. He kept telling him, like, if you would tell anybody, I know a lot of people in this business, the way they found out that it was happening to him was the boy Drake finally got a girlfriend, and the boy kept calling the cell phone and then kept calling his girlfriend's mom's house where they was at, and he was like, the mom was like, what's going on? Because grown men in their 40s don't call teenagers this much who are not their parents or something.
Right.
And she knew, but then they took it to a therapist. He lied, and then shortly after that, he confessed to his mom, like, yo, this has been happening to me this whole time. It was like sheer manipulation, bro. They was coming to his little band. Like, he was on a band. He was playing music. They would just be showing up, like the people from the set.
It's really crazy what happens on any of these shows, not just a kid's show, any of these shows where like dark stuff happened behind. Because I remember Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
I remember Drake and Josh. It was a big show. I feel like it was on a while. I feel like we seen them grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's different periods that you see them age. Like, and I remember them on, all over Nickelodeon. So it's crazy to think like, wow, I'm waiting for Friday night to watch this show with him on it. This is happening to him.
happening behind the scenes.
it's really sad. It's really crazy, and it's really like, man, you gotta protect these kids, bro.
Yeah,
not to
not to overthink stuff, but like, and I know we think like this, so I can't put it on everybody, but like money get involved, things are different when it's money involved. So like, the fixation on something is always weird, like to us. You get what I'm saying? Like, if like I'm a grown, like, why is this grown man in his 50s like that invested in kid content? You see what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that is weird to me. Might not be weird to everybody, but it's weird to me. You know how like we got like a dad show, but we talk to dads. It's an element of kids in here, and it has things to do with parenting, but we don't really talk to kids.
Right.
We're not fixated on kids. We're talking to adults, fathers in general, but parents in general. But it's based around children. Like, people that's like, to me, that's like overly fixated on small kids and stuff, always weird to me, bro.
It definitely
Like,
is.
why is that your fixation? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different thing. Like, you don't have nothing that put in position of adults. You 50, but like, I'm just gonna keep making shows that involve 10-year-old kids. Like, I'm just gonna keep doing kid things.
Actually, I have a question. Do y'all think the dad gave up too easy?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if
'cause
it's
he's
my
so-
kid, we might not have to do this. But that's why I said the money is a problem.
That's what Drake had said to him, though. He was like, don't mess this up for me. Like, it was kind of like that tone.
Right.
Like, don't mess this up for me. This is my shot. You know, if they want you going, then
Well, and I don't care what my 11-year-old talking about, my
Yeah,
12-year-old talking
so-
about. Don't mess it up for you. This is the beginning of your life, and it's much more life. So I'm protecting you. Whether you like it or not, I'm protecting you.
Right.
we glorify a lot of like entertainment industry stuff. I don't never think the money be, because none of them people are individually are like, I would think like super rich. You're an employee on a show. You're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not huge yet. You know what I mean? But that could be the start, you know, but who knows? But only reason I'm like, was kind of invested in this particular thing because there was a time where Varnia wanted the kids to do stuff like this, like model and commercials and TV. And when I started to go to LA for work, no other person that worked in our TV industry wanted their kids to be anywhere near the TV industry. And I didn't understand why.
Right.
Mind you, people work for Viacom, people work for Nickelodeon.
Like, I could get my kids in that easily.
Yeah, and they were staying far away. So us just being like thinking the grass is greener, like, you know, my kid is like photogenic, or, you know, he'll be a great personality for TV. It was a reason why God never connected them, dotted them lots for us, because I would be damned if this happened.
Yeah, but even if it's not a lot of money, like, because they're not big stars, it's still some money. And for people, some money is enough money. Like, you got to think, like, we take care of our kids don't contribute to that at all. Right. So if you telling me your kid could bring in $70,000 a year, people going for that.
Right.
Like, that's a different. It's a difference between, like, you taking care of your kids and they bring in nothing and you contribute everything versus, like, I could put my kid in this and now, you know, it brings money back in. It's greed. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's not a large amount of money, the money being involved is a reason why some of this happens.
One of the things that they were saying was the one guy, it was 3 sex offenders on the Nickelodeon thing that had some sexual background. The one guy was like the guy that kind of greeted the parents and kind of like met the parents with the kid and then walked the kids to the set. He was a sex offender, and one day he emailed one of the little girls on the show, like him naked, right, and masturbating or something. He got up out of there. But carrying forward, the guy Dan is making all the shows. In that time they was abusing all types of power, bro. He had people that would be working in wardrobe every day. He would call somebody out of wardrobe, mind you. They like Hispanic people, Mexican people. He would have them come up and be massaging him while he in his chair. Like, you imagine working, we got a corporate office and like, yo, get the secretary to come out here and massage my shoulders for the next 2 hours while, you know, I figure out how we going to shoot this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just stuff you can never get this stuff off today.
I mean, it's just because it's on a larger scale. Like, people was getting that off. Like, people was doing that on regular jobs. Like, you got people that work at McDonald's that people are going down for sexual harassment and stuff. Like, you're not talking about being on TV.
Yeah, just wrapping it up, man. It was interesting to see all the people that we watched as kids and what they had to go through. Amanda and Drake Drake Bell and all the people that look really familiar from our childhood, and they're like in our age bracket, bro. And yeah, man, just check it out, man. It's on Max. And
It's on Max. Oh, it's Max.
It's like
I thought you were supporting the competition. They still the competition.
everybody in the competition, but I'm just saying, as a consumer, these are people we grew up watching. You know? I think, what did they say? Man, they're like 37. I'm 34.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dang, they older than us.
Something is sliding, bro. What are you doing?
Where?
On them, I can hear it. Whatever you doing, Dre, with your feet.
Move?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't even sliding it though. Pause.
Yeah, we just
Little Diddy.
just just wrapping this up, man. What else we got, bro?
All right, let's get messy. Lou sent us this video to the chat earlier, which is hilarious. Is a guy, he's driving the Uber. Just out doing regular Uber, you know, how Lou be busting the Uber sometimes.
He got a face mask on. Well, everybody got a face mask.
Yeah, he got a COVID mask on. He didn't even know it was his wife at first. So he's driving, he picks up a couple. A lady gets in the back, she gets in the back with a guy, and her and they just talking, they in there having conversation. So like halfway through the conversation, he like recognizes his wife's voice. So he turned around and pulled the mask down, like, you know, like, but he was asking them questions before, like, you know, like, how was your night? You enjoy this? You enjoy that? Like, yeah, we had a good time. Where we going? And all of this stuff. Like, they was having a good time last night and all this stuff. He turned around, like, oh, you know, this is my wife. So he basically get the dude out the car. And the dude gonna turn to the lady like, you want to go with me? like he ain't want to leave her there with her husband. And she like, no, she just gonna stay in the car. Like, bro, why do you think you was gonna take my man wife with you? Like,
God,
so
I don't know if she's safe, bro. She came here.
it don't matter
Bro,
whether she's safe now. It's not your
She
concern.
came here. It is my
It's not.
concern.
No, it's not. Not no more.
It is.
You getting
'cause
out
She came here with me.
Well, Bull was a sucker then, because he got out the car and the husband closed the door. He got
'Cause
back,
it's my car. He telling, yo, get out my car.
and the
Bro.
wife ain't get out.
Y'all talking about these minor ass details, bro. Your wife, you Ubering to probably pay them bills, and you end up picking up your wife on a date with someone else. That is nuts, bro.
Listen, man, you gotta get it how you live. But Ern brought up an interesting point. Like, how the wife ain't recognize that was her husband's car?
What did she the one that, did she call the Uber or he called the Uber?
I'm guessing he called the Uber.
Yeah.
So when you get in, like, what is you tipsy or something? Like, you don't get in and think like at some point as the wife, like, I ain't gonna lie, man, like, I would have just had to bail out the car. Like, all right, so say like I know my husband got like any type of car, like a black Challenger. I see a black Challenger pull up, I'm gonna think like, oh, that's my husband's car. But it's not my husband. I'm not thinking.
Go looking,
Or you don't even say you don't even look at the plate, right? Say you don't look at the plates, but you get in the car, right? So now we in the back of the car. I know the back of my husband's head for sure, 1,000%.
Even in the Pooh Shiesty mask?
Yes, he ain't had a Pooh Shiesty on. He just had the regular COVID doctor job. Regular just.
He had a hood on or something though.
Yeah.
He had a hood on.
I felt like
All right, if he had a hood on, then he might have been getting that off. But I'm just thinking, like, man, like, you know his hoodie. You gotta know something. Like, I know my husband got that thing hanging from the mirror in the front or something. Like, you don't know nothing. I gotta jump out the door. I gotta bail out the car, yo.
He had a hood on.
He had a hood on.
Yeah, he had a hood on.
I gotta bail out the back though, cuz. Like, I gotta get out this job.
Bro, I wonder if he was intentionally trying to catch her, bro.
Absolutely not, bro. That's like a one.
It said he ain't know. And how you would like he said, like, how would they get it? Because they gotta accept the cook on the ride and accept the ride. How would he know?
So the relationship over, or y'all gonna take her back?
We done, cuz. What you mean? Take her back.
She's your wife. It ain't even like your girl.
Take her back home to pack.
Take her back home.
Bro, imagine being at the point where you Ubering for whatever reason you Ubering and just to
Trying
find
to get
out,
some extra cheese.
and she out here doing you dirty like that.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, man.
What else we got, yo?
So in other news, Marlon Wayans' baby mom is out here telling the world that she's struggling to make it on her $18,000 a month child support and their 1-year-old baby.
Now this is egregious, bro.
$18,000
A month.
A month with a 1-year-old.
and you know that's like not taxed. Like that
Right.
that 18 comes straight
Cash.
18.
So what? That's almost like 260K a year, quarter
Yeah,
million,
something like that.
like $250,000 a year.
Yeah, 1-year-old.
You can't take care of a 1 year old with $250,000.
She can't. That's what she said.
Oh man, what we buying the baby, bro? Like, what are these expenses? I need a spreadsheet.
I need a spreadsheet
You heard what I said.
Bro, it's absolutely nothing that she can't do
with 18 grand.
with 18 grand. You could pay for a car. You could pay for a crib.
residence.
You could pay for the bills. You could pay for food.
Child
You
care.
could pay for child care or schooling. Absolutely nothing you can't do with $18,000
Anywhere in the world.
a month.
I don't get it, bro.
Yeah, I don't, listen. She,
Do-
but that's because, he probably just dropped that Netflix stand up. 'Cause I need more money.
Just like Tyrese, just like Taraji and all them, we just can't live in LA. Like, if that's the only, like, that's my thing. Like,
But why can't you live in LA?
because it's gonna take up a lot of the money you getting. Like, your,
But-
your money might go further if you live somewhere else.
I mean, that's true, but you got to think, like, it was a point in time, like, when you got the Amazon job, like, you was expected to move to LA.
Yeah, and they would have ate up my money.
But outside of that, your salary wasn't $18,000 a month.
Oh, right.
You would have potentially been able to live in LA, even if it would have ate up your money, even if you would have had to live tight, even if it was paycheck to paycheck, even if it was close. You was supposed to be able to live in LA.
Bro, if I was Shorty, I would go live in one of these other cities where the cost of living isn't that high.
True.
Just minus in Miami,
What was
LA.
she doing before
I'm just saying,
this
like, she
one
could have
year?
lived anywhere. She still could have lived in LA. Maybe not the life she wanted to live, but she could have lived there.
Because my thing is, like, she probably got a nice little house
One,
situation.
do we even know this LA?
No.
We saying LA. Like,
We just
I'm
assuming.
speculating
Okay.
because it's entertainment industry. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, yeah, assuming. But you was about to say, what you was about to say?
Um,
What was she doing before that?
yeah, what was she doing? How was you surviving before this?
Before the 1 month old?
Before the 1 year old.
Oh,
Yeah.
1 year old?
They was dating, so she's probably being taken care
All right, cool. But before they was dating,
How was she surviving?
of. He said how she was surviving. That's crazy.
Hey, listen, that's what it is,
You
though.
got a house.
When you-
need shelter. You need
Right.
food. You got a job. You got a.
When you start talking about 18 grand out a month, 18 grand a month is not enough. We talking survival. You talking you can't survive off of this.
You want to know what else is crazy to me? We reacted somewhere a long time ago to 50 Cent son saying $6,000 a month wasn't enough, or $7,000 a month. Now we're talking about 18 grand isn't enough. Yo, people is out of their mind, bro.
Depending on what's enough for them.
And what they used to, I guess.
Listen, they
Definitely ain't having no drivers and all that off of 7 or 18 grand. Like, you know,
I mean, you could get some Uber X's though, black.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 18, like you got to think like 18 grand a month is like 3 6-figure jobs, bro. Those two six-figure jobs. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause even-
but this untaxed though. It's untaxed, so it's definitely like 3 6-figure jobs.
Cause that's the problem. Like in LA, bro, like if you be regular degular and stuff be like between 3,000 and 5,000 a month, it'd be like regular stuff. It don't
Yeah,
even
but
be
that's
the
still-
it don't even be the million. It don't even be
But
like
listen,
the crazy
even,
crib.
Okay,
Bro, $5,000.
even if it's $5,000 a month, you still got 12
That's
grand.
60,000.
Right. You
That's
still
60,000. That's what is that? Is that even 20%? It's a little less than 20%.
Right, so
That's a little less than 20% of what she's bringing in, and that's housing.
that's housing.
That's probably her most expensive bill.
Right, even that's on the high end. Say she paying $5,000 a month or something. She still got 13 grand left.
Cause she messing around be paying like 10 though on something, right? She probably, I don't know.
Then
That's
that's
on her.
down. Now that's
that's
excessive.
on-
That's on you.
that's
Now
on
you got to
her.
get a job.
Yeah, where's
like
her
at
half?
yeah, like at
Because
some point
his
you
child
got
support is his portion
Right.
to taking care of this child. Where is her portion on taking care of the child?
exactly. Like I'll say all the time, like when I be busting the child support down to people, and I be saying like, all right, so say you talking about you and your baby mom, right? And say the food bill for her household is $1,000 a month. Say, but she's eating too. It ain't just the kid. So say half of that. It's $500 a month. I'm responsible for half of the $5 because I'm responsible for my kid. I'm not responsible for half of the $1,000 because half of that is you. Half of whatever in there, like that's how child support should work. Half of whatever in there is responsible for you because you live there as well. And then the kid is the other half, and then I'm responsible for half of the kid's half because we going half on the kid.
Right.
So now you gotta be accountable for what you accountable for. So if you go and get a $10,000 apartment, half of that for the child, 5,000, 2,500 here. I'm responsible for my half of what the kid had. Now if you like whatever you decide to do on your own is you. Like I can't be accountable for what you doing on your own. I'm responsible to take care of half of my child's expenses. Even if you want to bust it down on child support terms and say I'm responsible for 60% of my child's expenses, I'm responsible for 60% of my child's expenses, not 100% of your living expenses.
Facts.
But with 18 grand a month, you can absolutely take care of 100% of your living expenses and my kid. So what we talking about?
Fact.
Like it's like a non-complaint, yeah.
You talking about greed? That's what you
Yeah, like it's like a non-complaint.
She can't buy Birkins every month. That's wild.
Well, listen, you got to get a J.O. and buy Birkins on your own cheese. Cause
She need a Birkin. She need a couple Porsche and Ferraris.
listen, cause yeah, you got to load it.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm the asshole for refusing to pay child support to my ex-wife or our children so she and her husband can save for their other kids. Ooh. My ex-wife and I are the parents of a daughter who is 17 and a son who is 15. We share custody of our kids 50-50. Wow. Neither of us pays child support because we have equal time with the kids. I opened up bank accounts for my kids when each were born, and I have saved from then. The money I have now saved for them will help them tremendously in their futures, whether they go to college or not. My ex-wife remarried several years ago. Her stepdaughter is 16. She's got a nephew of her husband's they are raising who is 14, and she has a 7 and a 5-year-old with her husband. Ex-wife wanted to talk to me about college for our kids. I told her that our kids would have the option if they wanted it because I have saved more than a healthy amount for them. A few days after this talk, she called me and alongside her husband said that they would like me to pay child support for our kids so that they can save more money for their other children's futures. Oh no. I told her I was not going to pay her child support just so she could support the other children in her home. Her husband told me I could always offer to split the money between all of the children. What? I told him I was not paying for his kids to go to college. No. Mm-hmm. Ex-wife called me cruel and said keeping 50-50 and paying money so our kids' siblings can go to college should be a no-brainer for me. What? I told her the day I have an obligation to help her support her entire household is a day in another universe where we never broke up.
Bro, that's so nuts, bro.
Bro, the audacity of some people, bro.
The audacity.
Like, I just can't fathom somebody coming to me with this. Like, yo, I know we take care of these kids equally.
Facts.
Like, equally.
But
can you pay child support so I could better support my other children?
Well, yeah.
They were trying to get him to fund they stuff.
They hold
Not only so I could better fund my other children, with my husband, who's right here. He's sitting right here.
Facts. Nothing to do with my household. What
He's jealous because he ain't the other husband. He not the first husband. He wasn't prepared. His kids ain't taken care of like that. You know what I'm saying? You take it, bro. You can't be taking on nieces and nephews and making newborns if.
Bro, imagine somebody coming to you, don't matter who it is, whether you had a relationship or not, and say, yo, you know that account that you got for your 2 kids?
Let's bust it down.
It's 2 other kids. Can we split that 4 ways?
No.
My hard work, what I say.
He talking about 15. He said 15 and 17. So he been saving for one for 15 years and one for 17 years. You talking about busting it down with 2 other children? Like, what are you talking about?
Right, for no reason.
What are you talking about right now?
Like you said, the audacity, bro.
People crazy. Like, I don't.
So now I gotta pay y'all child support because y'all unprepared to send these kids to college. And what is my child support? The kid's 16. You're going to college in 2 years. So what is my child support going to do for 2 years?
So is these new kids that her and her new husband has made, or is these just kids that
What?
her husband got? Like,
The one-
these
No,
the one
he
16-year-old
said she got a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old with her husband.
Oh, all right.
and she got a 16-year-old step
Kid, and then a nephew who like 14 or something.
But it's 4 new kids over here, along with the 2 they already had.
I'm gonna just hang up the phone, yo. And don't call me with the dumb stuff, yo. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, honestly.
Bro,
Like, what are we
y'all
talking
cruel,
about?
bro. Y'all don't want to see all the kids do good?
But then calling me cruel and talking about like,
Listen, man.
wait, one, you think that's gonna move the needle?
Yeah, it's not doing nothing. It'll just be do what you gotta do. First of all, we got 50-50 custody. You want to try to put me on child support, whatever. You're probably not gonna get nothing. Don't really matter. And then that's it. Just don't call my phone no more.
I 1000% think the
Like,
husband.
one kid is 17, so like, how much house support you about to get out of that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You said 15 and 17. What you talking about?
years?
2 years?
Yeah.
3 years? Something like that?
They about to be drowning when that's over.
Yeah. And
It's
then
it's over.
nothing. Don't call
It
my
is
phone.
over when that 15-year-old turns 18. Dog.
Because you got to think, like, a person that's like that, like, that's saving up for his kids and doing all of that, she probably could call him right now for anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to not help willingly. Like, I don't even think that would probably, like, he don't even probably seem like the type.
Bro, I don't even understand how you thought this conversation could possibly go another way.
Yeah. Now like, you
Ern is
done.
appalled, yo.
Because, like,
calling somebody
with
with
your
a level
husband.
mind
My bad.
with this idea is crazy.
Yeah, they thought it was going to fly.
They thought she
it
was
up.
sweet, bro.
Like, how you feel is like another man, though, calling another man and saying that.
He obviously felt cool, bro. He was right there. He said he was cool.
I think it's his idea. I think it's him putting the battery in the wife back. Cause the
Me
wife,
too. He said,
want-
"Why don't you call David? We know he got it.
Yo,
Sucker, cuz.
Ern give people so many
Yeah, he can
names.
pull the names out
Why don't you
there.
call David? I know Dave got it.
He a
Dave
sucker,
got it.
cuz.
And he
No.
said Dave. He didn't even say David.
he tried to make it. Call Dave,
Call
cuz.
Dave. I know Dave got it.
Nah, cuz. Nah, that's not like.
But to pay child support so I can support
Yo,
these
listen,
other
man.
kids.
I got a wild
Is a
scenario.
crazy
and
sentence,
this
bro.
one of my friends, this one of our friends that listen to the pod, so he probably gonna listen like that, bro. But I ain't gonna say your name on this joint. So said friend, that's our friend who's married, has a wife. His wife's baby dad was like having an issue paying their light bill at the baby dad's house. Like the lights was getting cut off or whatever. So they was like back on paying the light bill. So he called said baby mom to ask, can he get some cheese to pay his light bill over at his house? And our friend donated to the fund. But I told our friend that he was wilding and I wouldn't have gave that. Excuse my language. But Damir bleeped that too. But I wouldn't have gave him nothing. But our friend was like, yeah, but it's other kids over there. So mind you, the kid that they share don't go over there to the dad's house. It's just the dad's kids.
This is
the-
their house.
It's the dad's house. The
Yeah.
kid don't go to the dad's house. Got family over there.
Now, while I'm not giving him nothing either. I know y'all looking at me funny. I'm not giving him nothing either.
Because Ern is our nice.
But I'm not mad at it. I'm not, depending on what their relationship is, if he don't be drawling, if he don't be disrespecting.
He don't do nothing though.
I mean, people be sympathetic to people that they know and people that they dealt
Yeah.
with, and that's family. For real, for
That's
real.
family.
For real, it's family.
I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it either. I'm not doing it either. But I'm not mad at it.
Like what you got to figure out over there at your house is like what you got to figure out at your house. Like you over
This
there,
is me
you got
figuring
your
out,
kids.
bro. I'm calling you.
No, you're not calling me. You got your kids, your new girl, and all of that over there. Cool, that's on you. You figure that out. Don't call over here to your baby mom family and then ask me to contribute because you know I'm really the one with the chicken. Your baby mom really can't contribute. I gotta contribute.
One, even if I am calling my baby mom for money, which I'm not, I'm definitely not telling her what it's for.
But you calling your baby mom for money knowing that she got to get the money from her husband.
Oh, that's her business. I'm calling you for money. However you get it to me, that's your business.
Listen, bro. I can't see it going down like that, bro. I just don't support it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I got too much pride. I'm never going to do that, but I'm never going to be asking for help with my bills from another.
I just can't
couple.
do it, bro. Like I could
another-
never call my baby mom and be like, yo, such and such.
So what if you on a good rapport with whatever this situation? Y'all on a good rapport. Y'all don't got no smoke. It's real cordial. How you? I mean, and he come to you for help.
I feel like we create crutches. Like we be people crutches. Sometimes we gotta let people fall, right? A part of me wish that like I was in a financial situation where if it wasn't a big deal, then maybe one time, sure. But I feel like every time you bail somebody out one time, there's a
You
2
gotta bail them
times,
out
3
1,000
times.
times.
It's mad times, right? And it stopped being about like how I can fix it, and it's always like, yo, Luke can bail me out.
Right.
It's like when you feed animals outside and they just keep coming back. Like, no, go hunt, bro. Like,
Tell me he gotta go hunt on his own.
go hunt by itself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you don't feed wild animals, because they stop hunting.
Also, said person never paid the cheese back either.
Oh, it's not a borrowing situation. I would have never expected it.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it back neither.
Yeah.
Oh,
If somebody was like, yo, I need to borrow $500 for my lights, I'm not expecting that.
it's like, oh, all right.
Don't give money.
But it's
to
not
people.
to me, if it's your man, then yeah. If it's like he's like somebody extra, bro. Like, you can't call like the ex relationship and be like, yo, I need to borrow such and
You
such.
can.
Where?
You can.
Bro, all of this is non-kid related. All of this is like an ugly call. Like, if it was kid related and the kid went over there half the time or on the weekends and it was a mess with the kid
never over
livelihood,
there.
then it would make sense. Just your livelihood makes this like hella like a tough pill to swallow.
Right.
It's just
That's
not-
why I brought it up, because like them kids over there got nothing to do with him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but they got everything to do with me, and I'm asking. I'm swallowing my pride, and I'm asking.
All right, bro. Say we are at a comfortable financial state where like maybe we at up 200K,
right.
and he down here with us, whatever. So if he asks, and like you said, he need $400 or $500 for this Pico bill, he behind 3 months.
Right.
We could get him called up in one swoop. Like, I might do it if money's not an issue. Today, hell no. I would never be able to do it today.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
I
your
respect that.
ability to do it.
Right.
That's
You
not.
would do it
Yeah.
if with the ability.
Yeah.
There.
But
present.
also, I don't know if y'all understand how blunt I am and like how serious I am. And Jay talk about like Lou ain't got no chill. Just know there will not be a second time or a third time.
True. And
You
I
know,
ain't mad at that either.
It would be met
You
with
make that
like
known.
it would be met with aggression. I just want to let you know.
It will
That's a
be
fact.
met with aggression.
That's a fact. Listen, my man, this is a one time only.
Cause,
thing.
cause you being down and bad doesn't help me or the kids. Like, yo, where your dad at? I don't know. He in that house with no lights.
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, it
As
doesn't.
we're in a respectable situation, you absolutely would want to do the right thing.
You feel me, bro?
But
you know,
sometimes, nah, man.
but your kids gonna want to talk to you about that one day. Like, damn, you let my pops say had no lights for like 6
No, your
months.
pops let himself not have no lights for 6 months. Cause
But you could have helped out, Dad.
that sound crazy. That sound crazy. That sound crazy. But you could have helped out. That is crazy. Nah.
You could have helped my dad out, Dad.
Listen, nah.
You could have helped my dad out, Dad. It's a crazy sentence.
It's nuts, bro. It's wild.
All right,
Oh man.
let's move on. So here we had a clip where it was a woman and a man. They seemed like they was getting like some counseling or something.
Yeah, like one of them talk show, like
Yeah, like a
counseling
talk
type
show or some
situation,
counseling.
but a mediator in between it.
And they were talking about a situation where she was pregnant or whatever, or she had a baby, and she told the father that the baby died.
Oh my God.
She told the father that the baby died at birth or whatever,
Right. Umbilical
And-
cord wrapped around the neck.
and that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. She gave the baby up.
Right.
So my man in the video, he all broken up, he all crying, and she just on some. I wanted to hurt you.
Right.
I wanted to hurt you like you, cause you never. What she says? Cause you never show emotion,
Right.
or you never seem like you care about anything. I wanted to hurt you.
Right.
Damn,
What
just
your
shut up.
thoughts?
Bro, put the knife in my chest because I'm strong.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in a situation.
Bro,
not-
why do
not like
women
that,
feel
but
like they need to hurt you so badly?
Before we jump into that, like I've been in a situation that was similar, like to get a reaction. Like I'm not gonna speak on the person that did it, but it basically like the gist of the situation where I'm like, hey, like why'd you do that to me? And it was just like, oh, I wanted to see you fight for something because I feel like you never fight for nothing. But the fight for something was like different than what you wanted me to fight for. Like you wanted me to fight over like our personal relationship, and because you feel like I didn't fight for our personal relationship, you wanted to see if I would fight for something else. So you put another problem in front of me
That's
because it was like
crazy,
I
bro.
never seen you fight for nothing. So I just wanted to see if you was gonna fight for it.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's women, bro. Some women. I ain't gonna just say all women, but it's women that think like that. That will do something that diabolical. Like, it's a test, it's a game, but it's not a game because like you lied and said like my baby died and now I'm over here sad. Like that's depressing. You know what I'm saying? Like you losing a child, it's a lot for a woman, but it's a lot for a man too. You know what I'm saying?
How much time had went by?
I don't even know how much time.
But think about damn, like living your life thinking I lost a child. You was living in preparation of a child, right?
Right.
Imagine when people really lose their kid at birth, right? You was in 9 months of preparation for a child and then lost a kid. It didn't aftermath. You lied about losing a child. Really sent my kid up for adoption without my consent too, which is also. This is all like I wish all these was crimes, bro. Like I wish all these things were crimes. Cause now I need my baby back.
Now I need my baby.
I need my baby back. Like where my baby at?
Right, like how?
Like,
I ain't
who
even
got
think
my
about how
baby?
you even do that. Like that, you can't. How you can't, I don't even think you can get that baby back.
That's crazy. Cause now you didn't lie and said you lost the baby. So now I'm pretty sure I'm not on the birth certificate and all that. Like there was no
Right.
birth. It was no childbirth to show up to because you lost the baby.
I mean, like even if you track adoption records, you still going through the thing of
That's now their kid.
right.
You
Like
can't
if
just
I
come take
adopted,
their
if I
kid.
adopted a baby, you can't get it back. Like you're not getting it. Like you're not getting my adopted kid back.
Not to mention it's crazy to ask to like, can I see him or like,
Facts.
can I meet him or you
Yeah.
know, it's crazy to ask that, right?
I mean, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait until I explain to the adopted kid that you was adopted and your real parents, and then if you're around to meet them.
Oh my god. Yeah, we create some mess for kids and be like, yo, they acting crazy. They be growing up in the craziest traumas, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like I can't imagine.
that's a super wild situation.
Bro, I would have had all my female cousins stump her ass the fuck out, bro. I'm just keeping it
Bro,
a bean.
but why do women want to cut you so deeply? Like on regular stuff, on a regular argument, you having a regular argument with your
chicks
girl.
go far
She
with it.
say some shit
Like,
that's,
yeah, get dead grandma.
or that's why you pee the bed. That's why you pee the
Right,
bed that
bro.
one time, or that's why why do women want to
Yeah.
hurt? Why do they need to
'Cause
feel
they
like
want-
they need
bro,
to
like
cut
it's-
so deeply?
It's cuts, bro. Like you said, you're describing it in the right way. It's who can cut further,
Yeah,
bro.
but we don't do
but
that, bro.
right, I was
Men
about to say
don't
it's
do
not
bro.
that though,
Men
because
don't do that, bro.
men typically.
Yeah. But
Men
men that do that,
typically-
we say like that's like you acting
Yeah.
emotional, like it's a
Men typically, generally, don't do that. I don't want to. I'm not gonna say some things to anybody, but my girl, who I love, who I respect, whatever. I'm not gonna say something that I can't take back.
right. Like you got to think like even like in regular stuff with like your girl, like just like Ern was saying, like you could be around girls and like y'all can have a disagreement and like I don't think like if you like say like you having a disagreement with your girl like and her mom and them there, she like yo my mom right there, like you just be like all right whatever. Like if you having a disagreement with your girl and you be like yo my mom, she gonna be like man your mom
that
exactly
bitch.
exactly. She like fuck your mom. I don't give a
This is a fact. Bro.
that's how it go, bro. Like, but when as men, like, you don't really think like that. Like, when she be like, yo, my mom's sitting there, you be like, all right, you chill. Man, you say that to your girl, y'all in the heat of an argument. My mom was like, man, f your mom, I don't care about that.
No, the kids right here. No, f them kids. She like, what?
it be like that, bro. Like, I don't know why it be like that, but
Bro, it's like all or nothing. It's like they at that level.
yo,
bro.
I don't know why it be like that, but it definitely be like that, bro.
But you know how people operate when they ain't got nothing to lose. I feel like that's where women get real quick, bro.
Yeah.
They just operate in this space of are we there? Oh, then we there then? Like it's just.
Yeah, bro, don't care. Say anything,
Bro, when
yo.
you ain't got nothing to lose, bro, the way you approach life is just a whole different psychology. Like, they need to do a doc on that stuff. When you ain't got nothing to lose, people are crazy, bro. They out there,
We
cuz.
do wild stuff, yo. Yo, listen, man. Outside of that, bro, you want to jump into these podcast tips for these future podcasts on our 100th episode?
Yeah,
Shout out to the podcasters.
Shout outs to the podcasters and the people who subtly approached me about podcasting and people referred them like, my man got a podcast, you should talk to him about it. And through the years, a lot of people have asked me, what do they need to start a podcast and give them tips and all that. So I did 5 podcast tips for this special 100 episode for
Yeah,
anybody.
so we ain't got no new dad tip for y'all.
No new dad tip today. We're going to do podcast tips. I'm going to do 5 of them. A little deep, but I felt like this was like the most valuable things I've taken over having 2 shows and probably over 150 episodes combined with 2 shows.
We lit, y'all.
So my first podcast tip is that naming your podcast is like one of the most important things you can do, right? How you name it, whether you have a name like a celebrity status name, like your name, you can put your name in the title. If you don't have a celebrity status name and you're more of a regular casual person, now you might want to name your show something that speaks for itself, something that you can brand, something that like if somebody read it, they identify with it. I think one of the best things we did is we named our show correctly.
Right.
If to see More Than a Dad on a sweatshirt in Target, I could feel like that and want to purchase and rock it, right? It's named correctly. So if you're thinking of shooting a show, naming this correctly. It doesn't have to be super deep. Deep doesn't always resonate with the population you're trying to talk to. You know, also like coded names doesn't always resonate with who it's supposed to. Second thing is keeping your overhead low. We talked about it earlier. Recording at a studio, recording at a shared space. None of that stuff is cost effective. One of the problems in podcasting right now is that everybody's trying to run their podcast like a TV production. And you just have to be careful because you're running up expenses.
And you're not going to make no money out the back. Keep your overhead low.
Third is like how you record. So like your process, your systems, when you record, how often you record, how many you record and when you do it, all that will play into it. If you have something that's not current events based, you might be able to previously record a lot more, which makes your cadence of how often you record better and more doable, and you have more time to edit and it's slower. But if you're current event based, then you're going to probably need to be damn near weekly.
Right, record more frequently.
More frequently, you know. The fourth thing is, are you going to have an interview style show or a talk show style? I think we were tweening between the two for a long time, and we just picked a side of the fence, you know, because I think I wanted the audience to get to know us, so we moved to a talk show style where you can get to know us and listen to our stories and our takes, and you could, you know, you build a relationship with the characters on the pod, basically.
You're never going to fully grasp who your audience is as long as you just do an interview based, because it's going to fluctuate based upon who you having on the show. So it's going to be hard to drill down exactly where your audience is. So
also that might tie into like your goals. So like if your goal of your show is to just provide perspectives, and you may not be able to scale an interview show because the consistency of you don't know who's going to be there. But I know our goal is to eventually do like live pod and maybe potentially like tour the pod. So we need to be able to sell ourselves and then like be able to like entertain for an hour or two, just us. Right. And the fifth and final thing is like, you know, don't be confused with like wanting to be available everywhere versus I'm only in a select few places, but I have bigger populations of people.
Right.
Right. So like, say you the man on TikTok and you got 1 million followers on TikTok or 500,000 followers on TikTok. That's your home base. You may not want to stretch yourself thin and be across Facebooks and Pinterests and YouTubes and all those things that don't really matter. If you have a dense spot where you know to find me, that's a lot what the streamers have done. Hey, I'm on Twitch. Come find me here 8 hours a day.
Right.
I'm not everywhere. Eventually, I'll be everywhere just to have a page, but this is where I'm at for real. So there's a difference in juggling that. It's like, am I everywhere? Because I want anybody to be able to find us, and it's vague and it's not precise. I mean, and or am I like, hey, I'm just on Instagram. You know where to find me. I'm on Instagram.
Right. Facts.
So that's my 5 podcast tips.
Absolutely. Oh, man, this video was crazy, man. This unfit parenting video. Me and Ern was watching this in the car on the way over here.
I just want to let y'all know that I really find these things on Instagram. They're not like something I make.
Lou found it on Instagram, but we was watching it. Listen, so it's in New York. It's a baby crawling in the street, and the authorities out there, the cops is out there, and they're trying to find this baby's parents. But all while this is like going on, the baby is like laying belly down in the street, and like the cop just like has his hand like on his back. Mm-hmm. So before the mom runs out and like, oh, that's my baby. So like me and Ern sitting there watching the video, and I'm like, yo, why is the baby laying in the street like that, like with the hand on the back? Ern's gonna say because the baby under arrest. I'm like, nah. I'm like, no.
That's what it looked. The baby was little,
Right.
Not just crawling. So imagine how small that baby is. Why pick
Right.
that baby up?
Exactly.
The baby's in the street, Mr. Officer. Can you pick the baby up, please?
Exactly.
He didn't want to pick the black baby up, bro.
Why he?
That's what I was.
Why he ain't pick the baby up?
He didn't want to pick the black baby up,
But
bro.
Definitely had the baby in some don't move position.
he had the baby with just hand palm on the. Bro, yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Mo, he had the palm on the back. I'm like, why he got the hand on the back like that? I'm gonna say, cause the baby under arrest.
Bro, that's where I flipped the baby over and tased him like he was resisting arrest.
like, is that how you treat all people when you see, when you just see them in the street? Like it just go like that's just the regular cop motion, like hand the back, like.
Man.
But no,
Listen, conditioning us, bro.
Bro, how the baby even get outside, bro?
that's where we at in the unfit parenting. Like, who's not watching their kid enough? Like, your baby
This baby was in the middle.
in the middle of the street. Like, somebody could have ran the baby over.
It was could have ended up bad, bro.
Like, yeah, I don't know how you're not watching your kids that much. That baby,
Bro,
for one,
how
the baby
did
couldn't
the
get
baby
outside
get
the
out
house,
the
right? Because the
house?
baby couldn't walk, so the
Right.
baby couldn't open the door. So like, you just had the door wide open. Like, this is a crawling baby.
And then if the door is wide open,
Y'all don't got no
Your
baby gate. You not
eyes-
watching?
isn't on this baby for that amount of time that this crawling infant can get to the
Crawl
middle
down the
of the
steps,
street.
down the sidewalk,
To the middle of
to
the street.
which is crazy.
This could have ended up so bad, bro. It could be a whole
Bro,
different topic.
and it was the middle of the night. You know how much times when people just speeding down the street and don't see something until you get close up on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta swerve the cat all the time. Especially like me, you know, like I drive, I be having the seat lean back. I could barely see the dashboard.
Bro, I be seeing shadows and those be possums. I don't be slowing down. And I don't swerve.
And you don't swerve.
If I hit that joint, it's gonna be a speed bump.
Nah, yo, you gotta swerve them joints. But yeah, man, that was a crazy situation. Then the mom came running up like, yeah, that's my baby. That's my all casual. She wasn't even hyped. She was like, oh, that's my baby.
Handcuffs, bro.
Yeah, she
Just
definitely-
booked her, cuz.
Right there, bro.
That's
Oh,
so
that's
bad.
your baby? Put that turn around, miss.
What's up, man?
All right, y'all ready for the Ask Lou and Dre?
Yeah.
All right, this week's Lou and Dre come from Malik. Dear Lou and Dre, Lou, as our local married consultant, how many times...
Why bro ask you that?
Lou, as our local married consultant, how many times per month should I expect to have sex with my wife?
Oh my god.
Why bro ask that?
Cause that's what you named me on the pod. Now everybody referring to me that way.
Yo, asking that is crazy. I mean,
All right,
that's like saying like, yo, how many times you had sex with your wife, cuz?
No, it's not. It's not. I'm not going to answer it from like my perspective, like what I do. But I think married people don't have sex like that, bro. Like I don't
So you
think
don't have sex like that, bro?
not compared to what I was doing
Yeah, I'm
pre-marriage.
drawing right now.
Not compared to the numbers I was soaring.
They
in
told me
pre-marriage.
that pre-marriage though, like once you get married, it's like a different connection. Like she just opened up and that's a lie.
No,
At
it's-
first.
it's a lie, bro.
In the beginning.
In the
It's a-
beginning,
Yeah.
In the beginning.
they're like, oh, it's married
When-
box now. So now like it's supposed to be extra seasoned, cause it's supposed to come with a different type of feeling when she put it on you when it's married.
No, I think, bro, depending on if you got small, let's start with like if y'all got kids or not. If y'all are two single people and y'all are married, y'all probably still have time for each other to do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just start there. So whatever numbers you was doing pre-marriage, you're gonna probably be doing as long as there's no kids. Kids change the whole dynamic, which y'all already know. If y'all have kids before marriage and or after marriage, y'all know that kids affect the time. You know I'm the type of romantic boy. Like when I have my own spots, young ladies would come over, and I had forever to do what I needed to do. I could ease into it. I could get right to it. I could stop, go again, whatever it is. Now you have these allocated blocks
Facts.
of points in the day, points in days of the week. Some weeks you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Dinner
different,
time,
right? So
bath time.
I think
Homework time.
I think, bro, if you being realistic, if you a man and you getting it at least twice a week, you are in the upper echelon.
In the upper echelon?
Yes.
Twice?
If you are above 2, you are like amazing. You should never part your mouth to be I'm unsatisfied. That's what I think. That's just my personal thing. So if you say twice a week, 4
So
weeks.
when we say like twice a week, like how are we like? So what if your twice a week get banged out like early in the week? Like what if like Sunday, Monday,
that might
now
be
you cook?
that
for
might
the
be a
rest of the
week that y'all get 3, which would put you like in the
In
rafters.
stratosphere.
It put you in the stratosphere, whole different stratosphere.
So do we try to space them out?
Yeah, my thing is this.
Well, I think you thinking too technical, bro.
No, I'm just saying, bro. If
I'm just
you
trying to see.
if you end up having yo, my man Lodge over here. If you getting it, if you getting it 4 times a week with your kids in the house, y'all married, y'all got kids, y'all got small kids. If you getting it 4 times in a week, you
doing well.
You doing
doing
amazing.
well, bro.
If you are a person that's getting it more like 1 time a week, 2 times a week, you are in the average pot, bro.
So like, is it better now that the kids are older?
Now, if you have older kids and it's like I ain't got to do bedtime, I ain't got to bathe
Like
nobody.
you put in a
They
bed
take
now.
care of themselves
Now
a
it's the
little
middle.
They
of the
know
night.
not to charge into your room. They don't want to come sleep with you in the middle of the night.
Lock the door.
Now,
They kids, bro.
but now,
Door got to get locked. Cause
now you will have the
Think a
opportunity.
little kid care about a locked door?
they're just gonna knock on the door. Then you gotta
and
stop.
cry and
Bro, I don't know how people do it. Like people be having like 3 and 4 or 5 kids, and they be trying to say that they active, because things go from like having all this times to like, oh, it's quickies and it's. I'm not, bro. I feel
So
like,
like, was you like a, not to be all like personal, but like you a fan of like putting the kid in the bassinet and then like you mean, or like the kid got to be outside. Like we talking about small kid, little
personally,
kid.
when I first became a pop and we had a small kid, I would just put the kid in a crib in another room and then go
and
to
put
my
the
room.
baby monitor on.
nah, bro, you doing too much.
Yeah, yo, you gotta just sit him in the best, bro.
Bro.
You just gotta sit him in the
Bro,
bassinet.
I found personally, I found that it's too much of a distraction in the room.
I
Like,
can't even think about it, bro. Just sit him in the bassinet over here to the side, bro.
That's a fact.
yeah, I got wandering mind syndrome.
Yeah, bro. Nah, you gotta reel it in.
You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Nah, that's a
no,
fact,
just
bro.
to answer your question, dog. Like, all right, so if we saying
Twice a week,
twice a week,
8 times a month.
so if you in between the 8 and 10 times a month, you doing good for yourself, bro. You will have months where you at like,
That's not bad. That's like 30% in a month.
you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's average, bro. Like once or twice. Let's just stay with twice, because I know guys is gonna be tripping when they hear once a week. But my thing is to keep it a bean. The older you get, I fall asleep. Like I'm tired more than. It's a difference in my 20s where like shorty coming over, I've been waiting for that. I'm on that. Now it's kind of like it's in house. It's here all the time, right? So it's different.
Right.
It's different. Like, you know what, babe? I'm just too tired, man. I work
Y'all
this.
both just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, like it been times like I got you later, and I'd be like, man,
Now you
eyelids.
now you turned into the wife. What the wife say? I got you later, then she be sleep.
Yeah, bro. I know there's guys out here that can relate that you be much. Bro, I done had 2-a-days and played in games and be banged up and be still looking to see my little shorty after the game and be having enough energy for her. Today, bro, let me watch a kid all day, do some errands, work a shift. Bro, 10:30 come, 11 o'clock, oh, that's eyelids. They be eyelids, bro. Y'all drive buses. I know y'all be eyelids when y'all be trying to talk to me.
No, that's a fact, bro.
Bro, at this age, it's more go to sleep by yourself than ever. Bro, it's like, I fell asleep.
Right.
I woke up, it was morning. I didn't even intend to fall asleep.
No, that's real.
So, yeah, bro, answer your question. If you in the 8 to 10 range times a month, you are doing well. Because you go through something, you know, women, the relationship go through so many factors, being newly married and having kids, depending on the age of the kids. You know, if you the type of person that make love all night, or now you got to go back to I got to get quickies while she doing the laundry real quick, and we got to go hide in the bathroom real quick. It starts to be all these factors.
Right, facts.
It's different, you know? So, and I don't even count all the little miscellaneous intimacies. It's when it go down to completion is a score. That's it.
Facts.
All right.
Listen, man, this has been episode 100. We here, dog.
A Beansky.
We made it. What's that, a century?
Man, give yourself a round of applause, man.
Appreciate it, dog. Clap it up. 100 more.
If y'all have us, man, it'll be 100
Absolutely.
more.
Until the next 100.
Man, clap it up for yourselves, man.
No, that's a fact. We appreciate the
for
listens
rocking with
every
us.
week. We appreciate the feedback. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate everything, to be honest.
Yeah, we just super grateful over here.
Yeah. Until next time.
Until next
We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful, and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than that, more than that.